is the norm. And so I think Pinky just happens to jump, and sometimes it's like a diver, a human being. Sometimes you jump and you come close to the edge, not really wanting to or whatever. And so I think in general, I mean we have Nimal, if you want, he's an expert. He's one of our experts. He's been here for more than
about 10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years. And Nimal takes care of the dolphins. I'm not the expert, but I tell you what I know and what's logical. And Nimal, have I said anything wrong?
No, I agree.
And Timothy,
so far. Absolutely right so far.
Yeah, I mean Timothy and they're two of our people, and everything I've said, it's just logical. If you think about it, of course, an activist or someone who wants to look at a picture and say, oh, it's no good. You can say anything. But honestly, we have the experts as much as the activists, and the last thing we do, I think we would not be accredited by AZA, and we wouldn't win the award to be the best park in the world if we were doing that kind of thing. That's what's insulting to the park. And I wish Hong Kong people, or those people that are attacking Ocean Park, would understand what they're doing. I mean, for me, the biggest problem, we try to stay within the boundaries of what is the right thing to do. There's a new ocean world opening in Henshin Island, right across, right next to Zhuhai, right next to Macau. If you see the animals, I've seen a report, they have a lot of animals that we can't bring in because the activists say no and we don't believe they should be in captivity, those animals. So, I mean, we do everything as a good corporate citizen. And I wish people, including yourselves, I know you work for newspapers and media and you need to ask questions, but I really wish that you guys would really understand and have faith in Ocean Park. The last thing I would do is stand up here and do something to hurt animals. I don't get paid for this job, so I don't need it. But I'm saying to you, as far as I'm concerned, I do it because I think it's important. Ocean Park is about education. It's about conservation. Teaching people, if you don't have animals in captivity, how are you going to teach people what the animals do and how to be better citizens to look after the animals? If you do like some of the activists say, have no animals and close the park, you're going to have to read the story from the internet or from a book. It's not the same. So it's really important that you understand and you get that message out. But of course, it's a free world and activists can believe what they believe, and I respect that. I'm not telling them not to believe that. But I'm saying, really, don't insult us, trust us. We would never do anything bad. And in the past, when we talked about belugas and other animals which they felt was not to bring in, even though I didn't believe wholeheartedly we shouldn't do it, there was no point to argue with everybody. We didn't do it. When they said we're doing 5 dolphin shows and someone comes here, one person, and says, oh, the dolphins look tired, so they call one of their newspapers, and then all of a sudden everybody's, oh, you're abusing the dolphins. We didn't argue. Let's reduce to 4 shows, even though we weren't abusing the dolphins. So we do everything possible to make sure that things are good.
How about precautionary measures to ensure that the dolphins won't commit suicide?
Well, we've never had a dolphin commit suicide. So,
well, it's an interesting question because actually dolphins can't really commit suicide. So I think it's one of these myths that's being perpetuated by certain people. I know it's
say it in Chinese.
其實如果關於海豚自殺嘅情況咧，喺我哋手頭上嘅所有嘅資料同數據顯示，都冇顯示到海豚係佢哋自己會自殺嘅。
Because the mental ability to make a decision to kill yourself is probably beyond a dolphin's capability. So they may potentially injure themselves in certain facilities under certain circumstances, but for an animal to make a decision to commit suicide is actually beyond their reasoning ability.
因為呢度當中牽涉到喺嗰個海豚雖然係一個好聰明嘅動物，但係如果佢真係要做一個決定係要自殺嘅話，其實係需要喺個心智上面做一個好大嘅決定。咁所以喺我哋而家所知道嘅理解入邊嘅時候，其實海豚個智慧唔會去到一個咁嘅情況，係做出一個咁嘅決定要去自殺嘅。
Would the park just disclose more information or disclose information regularly about the health conditions of dolphins in order to
We
sure
always,
public is not
absolutely,
concerned.
we always, when I came here, the park never used to disclose how many animals were born, how many animals died, and all that. If you look at our annual report, the thing we immediately did, because we want to be very transparent. We have nothing to hide. We don't do bad things. If you do bad things, you have to hide. And you know what? You can't hide. I learned in this business, you cannot hide anything. There's too many people, too many staff. And so we always, if you look at the annual report of Ocean Park every year for the last number of years, we report everything. And so basically, you don't have to worry because we're very, very transparent.
And accept any report, any plan to explain to the public that the suicide incident is not true to the public?
Yeah, we already did. Maybe you don't read the media reports. We sent when it first happened. We sent a media report out to the public, to the press, and I mean, people wrote whatever they want. Some accepted and thought it was a responsible thing, and they agreed. And then, of course, some were sensationalized. But if we need more reports, we will. But I mean, in essence, we've told everybody, exactly. The thing is, the more you tell, the more people argue and say, "Oh, it's wrong." It just continues. And so I think basically we've done a report. We will do again if we have to do a report. There's nothing to hide. Basically, it's only good things. Well, we arranged. Well, Ocean Park, which we said last year, we already actually talked to some of just a few weeks ago to some of the activist groups. We are changing the show because it's time. It's been many years, and we're changing the exhibition. And by December, we will be changing the exhibition. And so we talked to some of the activists to see what they would like to see. Doesn't mean we agree with everything. So we really do engage. We've been talking to many of the activists and getting advice from them, what they think. And then we, of course, will do what we think is the right message to get out to people for educational facilities. So and the thing is, if you speak to 10 different activist groups, everybody has a different wants. Everybody wants something different. So we take some from here, some from there, and with our own experts, we'll come up with a show that again is educational. So we're engaging them even before this dolphin incident happened. We're very, very responsible. That's what hurts me. Some groups then call, Claudia Mo, call the police, and that's it's insulting to our staff. You have so many staff that dedicate their life. They work so hard at Ocean Park, really, and then it's like if you were a staff of Ocean Park and suddenly somebody insults you, how would you feel? And that's what's upsetting to me.
So go back to the rumor of
Changing the CE, yes.
You mentioned twice that at this moment
Yes.
it's not suitable at this
Yes,
moment.
yes.
But how about sooner or later? Do you imply that it's
Well,
impossible for sooner?
You can't say it's impossible to change a CE. How about sooner or later? Obviously, hopefully, Hong Kong will find its feet. Will have less problems if we can get on track and pull together. Of course, China would not even have to think about changing the CE. If, in fact, problems continue, and if Hong Kong continues to go down and popularity continues to go down, China is in control, really. And so I guess at some point they might have to make a decision. But I really, at this point, don't think we're at that position yet. Well, there's no. You mean Occupy Central? Yeah. Again, will it affect Lang Kwai Fong or Central District? Obviously, if a lot of people turn out for Occupy Central, I believe it'll be not good for Hong Kong. First of all, because the media from around the world, those pictures of thousands of people occupying Central, the business district of Hong Kong, it'll send the wrong message out to the rest of the world. Now, I understand why Benny Chow or some of the groups want to come up with this Occupy Central, but I say it's too early to try to force the government with Occupy Central. I don't believe that's the right way. I believe that at some point China and the government will come out with a policy of the way forward for 2017. Time is running short now. It's we're going into 2014 soon. We're in the middle of 2013, and so we need to obviously get started quite quickly because there's a lot of discussions of what is the right system for Hong Kong. I don't believe Occupy Central will achieve anything. If you push someone, they won't give in. I don't believe that's the right way to go forward.
So are you suggesting Hong Kong people should wait?
I believe Hong Kong people should wait to see when the government will set up a timetable to have a discussion with all the groups, and really to see which way forward. If in fact we really see that we're running out of time, that it's really a year before, then maybe you can do Occupy Central. But I think it's really, at this point, let's give it a chance. Let's give it a chance to sit down and come up with what is the right system for Hong Kong. Let's not hurt Hong Kong, because all we're doing by Occupy Central is sending the wrong message out to the rest of the world about Hong Kong. And there's a lot of competition now for Hong Kong. Hong Kong is not in the same position as we were in the past. There's a lot of cities in China, Singapore, even Macau.
So you're afraid that Occupy Central will affect your business?
I think Occupy, not my business, but I think Occupy Central will affect Hong Kong in general. And that's what I think is wrong. And I wish that people would really sit down and think about what they're doing. I understand why they want to do it, but I would say please wait, please delay it, please give the government a chance to come forward and come up with the right plan.
For how long?
Well, at least if it's a year and a half out, then I would say that you're running out of time. But a year is a long time to have discussion, and so people already have formulated different opinions, and so I think that it's very important that we really take the time to really think about, and I hope if we do have Occupy Central that not many people turn up.
我諗差唔多啦，好嘛
Okay.
Thank you。
So,
唔該晒。
any other questions about breakup regime?
中文有李生喺度，得，OK。
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's okay. They want the Chinese
Okay,
spokesperson.
yes.